So, back for another Believe in Boyt with this Charger Bug team for the final time. And then it will definitely go back to a Pokemon that I think is amazing, but never actually works. Which is a bit disappointing. But it's actually done alright by doing nothing. Like, literally, just being on the field has been enough this week. I think it's got off 3 attacks, but then its battery is the main thing. Right, Galarian Slowbro. Which unfortunately did lose out to Weezing. So the Weezings will be the next fun conventional Pokemon. Oh, I'm going to have to get my head around neutralizing gas, which will not happen. So that's going to be an amusing week. But this one should be okay. Indeed, looks very good if I win the Terrain War. Duraludon looks very good if the Mudsdale doesn't get in Trick Room. But then they've got the Arcanine that can just snarl me. There's a few ways I could go about this. I think I'm going to go Indeedee Porygon Z, maybe. No, I need to bring Charger Bug. Because the Urshifu is pretty good as well. Again, if no Trick Room goes up. No, I'll go with Charger Bug and Porygon Z with Urshifu. Ooh, but Indeedee's good. I think I'm not bringing Indeedee. Bringing Duraludon. That's definitely going to be a mistake, although Duraludon's pretty good. But then I had to make room for something for Charger Bug, because I kind of have to bring Charger Bug. Because I'm not going to be using it again for a long time. They're going to lead with just Indeedee Slowbro. They lead with Arcanine, that's going to be a little bit annoying, because they'll be able to just snarl immediately. Well, they led with Slowbro and Arcanine. Fair enough. So, I think that means I still need to go for a Max Strike into the Slowbro. And the battery is hopefully going to put it over the edge. Especially with this Volt Switch chip. So if Trick Room doesn't go up, it doesn't really matter too much about the Snarls. Because I'll be able to Volt Switch straight into Urshifu and be able to KO the Arcanine immediately. So if this combination still KOs the Slowbro, even with a Snarl, that would be very nice. I'm pretty sure Quick Draw didn't activate. I think Quick Draw activates before any Dynamax. So there shouldn't be any Quick Draws here. Yeah, there's the Snarl. But now we're going to show off the power of battery again, because Slowbro doesn't have the best of defenses. Like, it's reasonably average, but it loses defenses compared to Cantonian. But big Max Strike, be strong. See? Who cares about Snarl? Who cares about Snarl when you've got battery? Easy. Now I just Volt, like the Arcanine is slow. Volt Switch into Urshifu. I'm going to clean up now. This is a fantastic position. Even though my Dynamax is snarled. Very good. Rillaboom could be a little bit annoying. If the Rillaboom comes in, then I'm going to switch straight back out into Charger Bug and Max Strike the Rillaboom. But if it's anything else, which it's not, then I would have just gone for the Surging Strikes into Arcanine. It's Grassy Seed, so that's good. Because that means there's no Assault Vest, so this Max Strike is still going to very much hurt. So straight back out into Charger Bug. And another Max Strike. And if the Rillaboom goes for a Gigantamax, that means it can't Grassy Glide, and that means the Urshifu is free to Surging Strikes into the Arcanine. So it should be fine. And even if it does Gigantamax, it's taking a huge amount. Because it's definitely not Assault Vest now. But it didn't, that is fine. It's still going to take a very reasonable amount through this Protect. Probably going to get snarled again. No, just double Protect, okay. Stalling out my Dynamax. That doesn't make sense when you're in front of an Urshifu, but okay. There we go. Look at that damage! I've been snarled! That was through Protect. Battery's busted. Why am I saying I'm not going to use Charger Bug again? That's definitely in range. What else do they have in the back? Gyarados. Definitely saving the Gyarados. But Duraludon beats that. They don't get an Airstream up. I need to Volt Switch, because I need the Urshifu in on the turn that Gyarados comes in. Because I can't let them get an Airstream to be able to KO my Urshifu. But Grassy Glide won't do too much, and if they switch into Gyarados, then that's also fine. Oh, they got the double protect. That is kind of okay, because that still means that they don't get the Urshifu in. Look at the damage. That's 2 hits through protect, and that's done 90%. Battery's so good. Probably another Snarl, but that won't matter at this point. Do I actually want to go into Urshifu? The problem, like, him getting the double protect means that he can get into a position where he could get in Gyarados safely. But he's been max striked enough. If I go into Duraludon and I hit a Hyper Beam into Arcanine, would that still be enough on the Arcanine? Because if it's not, that's a little bit awkward. But the Arcanine's been max striked, so I'll be able to attack before any Snarls. The Rillaboom's definitely in range of just Flash Cannon. I don't know if Arcanine will be in range of Hyper Beam. What would be stronger, Draco or Hyper Beam? I think I don't want to Draco because I want to be able to full power Thunderbolt. Oh, is the Gyarados taking a Hyper Beam? It's Mudsdale. That's even better for me, because now the Rillaboom is gone and Urshifu has just won. So, that is absolutely fine. Go into Charger Bug first, because I don't want the... Actually, no, it does make a difference. I'm upping in Surging Strikes. It makes literally no difference if I go into the Urshifu first. It would just be wasting a turn of Dynamax. No, I'll go into Urshifu, and I can switch Duraludon into Charger Bug to take the Quake. Should still be okay. Because the Arcanine's definitely in range and it can't protect. Well, it can protect, but it won't help. And the Mudsdale's definitely the Dynamax Pokemon. Nice thing is, even if I activate Stamina with Surging Strikes, it doesn't matter. That is quite amusing. Alright, let's get this battery boost on this Surging Strikes, because that's definitely how it works. Why aren't you Power Spot instead of Battery? And why isn't Stonejourner a good Pokemon? Power Spot's such a good ability. Just give it a tiny bit more special defense. I'm pretty sure a Mudsdale can't Oko an Urshifu. So then, I should be able to... Ooh, it depends. If he Quakes the Urshifu on the second turn, because I could switch Urshifu into the Duraludon. But then that might be a waste. We'll have to see. Because this definitely KOs Arcanine. In just one. I only needed one. Get out of here. Alright, hopefully, best case is Quake into Charger Bug. Yeah, that makes sense. Now we're in the awkward spot. Because they will be able to go for the Quake. I think I need to just attack. Unfortunately. Charger Bug can't touch it. Light Screen is pointless. Like, there's nothing Charger Bug can do now. Except survive and give a battery boost so that the Draco will KO the Mudsdale, but it won't because of the 2 max Quake boosts. So now I need Urshifu to be very strong. Go for a String Shot for no reason. Because they are quaking the Urshifu, for sure. So I can't switch in Duraludon because it won't waste Dynamax enough. So just be strong, Urshifu. Be strong. That's not strong enough. That is almost certainly not strong enough because they'll get a second Quake. So it seems I needed to switch Urshifu into Charger Bug that turn. Because that's not going to be in range. After a second Quake, almost certainly Assault Vest. It's not going to happen. Charger Bug was faster anyway. If only I could get the battery boost on the Surging Strikes, it would have been enough. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like Togekiss was the play over... Or even Indeedee. Like, any of them that wasn't Duraludon would have been able to beat this Mudsdale. But Duraludon will not be able to. Just give me any bug move on the Charger Bug. Any way to hit the Mudsdale. Oh, even the Grassy Terrain's going to help it out. Yeah, there's no chance. If I had Protect, maybe. But I'm Assault Vest. If I had Reflect on the Charger Bug, I would have definitely gone for it last turn, but it only has Light Screen. So I just need to be very strong with Duraludon with the battery now. Just one too many turns of Dynamax. Yeah, look at that. That's nothing. That's like this game seems like so far in my. It was the double protect. That was the turning point. If I'd have been able to KO the Rillaboom that turn, things would have been a lot easier in that case. But even still, like the game seemed super comfortable, and then it's just nope. Mudsdale wins. Because Duraludon does not survive this, and now I can't touch the Mudsdale. Poor Charger Bug, left all on its own. Just watching its friends be KO'd around it. Not quite strong enough with the battery. Yeah, it did. Like the double protect was awkward, but it did need to be a Duraludon stay in and switch out the Urshifu, because that would have wasted a max turn enough. Because then when the Urshifu comes back in, I can Surging Strikes KO the Arcanine. Quake doesn't KO me, and then they get OHKO'd. But there is nothing I can do here. I might as well just forfeit, because Charger Bug's so bulky, it will take too long to take it out, and I want Charger Bug to stay alive. So, unfought. That did seem it was very heavily in my favour. So, but that's what a double protect can do for you. Even if it still seemed okay. Even with the double protect, it seemed okay. But got to finish strong now with the Charger Bug. I think this is the worst I've done with a Pokemon so far for quite a few weeks now. Don't know what the record would be. Think it would be... Well, I went like 8-2 in the previous one, didn't I? Can't remember. But there's a Riolu. And there's a Cinderace, so I can't really go with Charger Bug, because it just gets KO'd immediately. But then I can go with it, because then I can go with Porygon. But then I can't, because I don't have any redirection. Ah, this is not a Charger Bug game. And it's the final one. Like, this just looks too much like a Porygon Z Togekiss game. Like, for sure. Duraludon is pretty good. Indeedee is reasonable. Urshifu is reasonable. Charger Bug is not very reasonable. So, I don't think I'm bringing Charger Bug. No, not ending on a high for Charger Bug, unless the team wins in this game. Then the Charger Bug was just supporting from the bench. I think I'm going to go Urshifu. And then it's between Indeedee and Duraludon. Duraludon is pretty good, but then the Cinderace and Urshifu beat it. And the Indeedee gets outsped anyway, and it could be a Dark Urshifu as well. So then Indeedee wouldn't be very good then anyway. Interesting that they've only got really 2 coaching targets. Goodra's not worth as a coaching target in my opinion, but it still can be one. But I don't think it's worth. Then again, it's got very good special defense. It benefits from the defense boosts. So this is good, because this is just a follow me in a max strike. Like, what do you even do in that situation? And that's why I did not lead Charger Bug, because Cinderace just gets a KO here. Pretty much, so yeah, definitely max strike. Follow Me is safe. But how likely are they going to go for a fighting move here? No. It has to be Follow Me because even a +1 Fireball might even KO the Porygon. And they're not Dynamaxing, so they could be bouncing here. Bouncing would be a pretty reasonable play. Or even not, like saving the Dynamax in general. Even if the Cinderace gets KO'd here. But then that frees up Duraludon quite a bit in the back. So is there going to be a bounce or an Iron Head? Because actually a coaching Iron Head would be a very good play here. Or would it? Because then the Cinderace might not be KO'd. And that would be very bad for them. It is a bounce. That's okay. Because like now I'm not Follow Me. I'm definitely going for the Dazzling Gleam instead. But now I've got a free hit into the Cinderace. A definitely free KO. Is it better to Max Strike the Riolu so that Cinderace is slower next turn and I can just Max Strike it again? Because Togekiss isn't being KO'd this turn. I think that might be better, to be honest. So I'm going to Max Strike the Riolu just to get the speed drop and go for Dazzling Gleam just to pick up the KO. Doesn't really matter too much about the bounce. Like, I was never Follow Meing this turn, it's just whether I'm not even hitting the Riolu, that's good. That's very good. So, that is perfect. So, yeah, that's just freed up the... Is that going to KO? That KOs? Oh, I didn't KO. But, yeah, this is still fine. Because the Cinderace is slow now. And it's taking some Dazzling Gleam chip, which was quite good. Yeah, this is a very good situation. Even with only one more turn at the PC Dynamax. And them still having their Dynamax. You'd assume that the final Pokemon will be the Dynamax candidate now. Have you ever seen a Dynamax Riolu? There's the Riolu. But now I can safely Max Strike the Cinderace because of the speed drop. And then I can just Dazzling Gleam again. Psycho Punch would be worst case. But even then, like this is perfectly fine. And I'll still be able to Hyper Beam whatever the Dynamax Pokemon will be. So I should be okay. And once Cinderace is gone, the Duraludon's threats are also gone. Yeah, the coaching won't help here. Unless it's Scarf Cinderace. But it doesn't seem to be. So I should be okay. And that even KO'd the... is that double crit? Double crit, fair enough. So does that mean that was EVO Light instead of Focus Sash then? I hadn't done any damage to the Riolu, had I? I don't think so. So I'm Max Striking into nothing, but yeah, that was fine. But then we saw a late game Dynamax pull it back for them last time. So this Goodra's got quite an ordeal to get through, but it still can definitely do it. What did I have? I had Urshifu, so I should be okay. So I will go for a... No, it might as well be Hyper Beam. It's way stronger than 2 Dazzling Gleams. Not Dazzling Gleams, 2 Dark Pulses. It doesn't really matter at this point if I'm recharging. I'm just going to close combat the Goodra at some point. Hopefully when it's not in Dynamax. I don't think it can pick up 3 KOs. Or 2 KOs quickly enough. Because even a Max Ooze shouldn't KO the Togekiss from here. So I should be fine. But where's my battery boosted Hyper Beam? Because this is going to do nothing. Okay, that did something. That's not Assault Vest. Like, even though that's crit, like, that's not Assault Vest. There we go. That's why it's not Assault Vest. But that means the Hyper Beam will actually do entirely respectable damage. I would call over half respectable. Like, that would have OHKO'd the Goodra. So that means that PZ OHKO's a Goodra that's not holding an Assault Vest. That's actually quite impressive. And I take it back that it couldn't OHKO my Togekiss, but that's because of the weakness policy. But now I just go into Urshifu, and like I don't need to worry about turns of Dynamax now. I just go into Urshifu and I click Close Combat. So, I mean, this is technically finishing on a high for Charge Bug, even though Charge Bug lost in the game that it came to. But that's alright. Can't remember what my record was. It was either 6-4 or 5-5, so not the greatest. But then, yeah, like I said, Wheezing was the winner of the poll for the next Fun Conventional. And neutralizing gas is just something that just doesn't compute in my brain at all. Like, I had that a bit with Shadow Tag, as you probably saw with the Gothitelle that I used last week. But, yeah, neutralizing gas just does not compute, and it's going to have to compute for a week. And I am not looking forward to it.